especially want to thank all of the beautiful people that helped put this together. And I just thank you to everyone who pitched in and volunteered to help. I also want to thank Kai, who's an amazing musician that I met last year. I mean, the music is incredible. And what a beautiful thing to combine art and music and to just get all of the senses involved. And the piece itself is called Traveler's Respite. And I built the entire piece here on site. I brought my materials out in my van. I brought my tools and materials, everything. And I built it on site. It took me a month and a half to build the entire piece. And I didn't know what it was going to be like when I started, but I was relating to the land, and I was relating to the 4 directions, and also to the 4 elements. The elements of air, which is the wind, obviously, of earth, of water, which is represented in the rain and also in these blue rocks, and then in fire, which is the sun, and also the mirrors around with the lights on them. So it encompasses all of nature. I had a wonderful time doing it. It's the first time I've ever done an outdoor sculpture. It's interactive. You can sit in the seats. So thank you all so very, very much for coming. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, here we are up in the San Jacintos on a less windy day at Makerville Studio. But we are fortunate to be here with the artist, sculptor, interactive artist, Nancy Worthington, who you know that we are revisiting her, and the cellist, the amazing cellist, Kai Marshall, for, I would say, another interactive project.
Nancy's unique and controversial style has attracted thoughtful art patrons all over the world with her creations of political and social commentary art. In 1976, she did a piece called Euthanasia, and it was censored by, who censored it?
Syntax Corporation in Palo Alto.
Oh, the Syntax Corporation. Wow. And then she did a George Duby series. Well, of course, that was censored not only here but in France.
Yeah.
Oh. Figure that.
I couldn't even get on an airplane. You know, it's like weird.
Then in 2008, she did a piece called Gateway to Hope, which was accepted in the International Women's Biennale in number 8 in China, and it was censored by the Chinese National Censorship Board. And now that's an honor. I think, yeah, let's applaud for that. She was the first woman to graduate with an MFA in sculpture from the architectural school at Penn State. And her artworks have represented the United States in the 18th International Biennale in Brazil, and her works are in permanent collections in the National Museum of Women in the Arts in Washington. If you've ever been to that museum, that's like totally it. Of course, they happen to have a separate museum for women because, you know, there's no room in the other museums for women. So we have a separate one for women, and Nancy made it in there.
There you go.
Anyways, she's also in permanent collections at the San Jose Museum of Art, the Mills College of Art Museum, Elizabeth Sackler Center for Feminist Art. Of course, it has to be a feminist place because
right. That's in New York.
Yeah.
Right. That's in New
And
York.
then also all over the United States, Europe, South America, China, India, and Japan. And shortly to be in Canada, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, really. Yeah. Gotta get to Canada.
Anyways, I just thought, well, I'd like to read this quote because I think it really says a lot. This was an art historian that said, in the tradition of Bosch and Bruegel, Worthington feels the injustices and ironies of our society. She uses her art as a vehicle for arousing our awareness of situations that concern her. And this is what Nancy said. It has been said that civilizations are recorded and remembered by their wars and their art. The art acts as checks and balances against the more destructive side of civilization. My sense of hope for the future compels me to facilitate with my art for a better, more humane world. Thank you, Nancy.
Wow.
Thank you.
Now, this next piece was written, I have to say it was written for somebody else, but I've changed the title, and it's called Mad Nancy.